Good morning, traders. Welcome to today's market review. This is Fred Razak at CMtrading. Today is February 10th, 2021, and today is Wednesday morning. So looking at the highlights of the day, we're watching the Nasdaq and the Dow Jones continue to climb higher. This is becoming cliche to record new highs. Okay, now first looking at the economic calendar of the day, we do have Fed Chairman Powell speaking today throughout the day in regards to some of the economic structure that we're currently in. Now looking at the markets, we're watching the US dollar continue to weaken versus the major pairs, and as we've spoken, the indices, we're watching the Dow and the Nasdaq climb higher again. Now we're going to discuss that in length. Now looking at commodities, oil remains strong while gold tapers off. And looking at the stocks, it's a mixed bag still, but Microsoft trading on its highs. Lastly, looking at cryptocurrencies, we're watching Bitcoin tapering off after a massive surge over the past couple of days. So let's take a look at the markets and see what we can expect from today's trading. So we're going to first take a look at the Euro USD at a daily chart. And you can see we plowed through our resistance-ish level, 120.82. We're trading at 121.24 right now. And then, at these levels, this thing could really stay above this 121.60 level. If it does push above it, that's significant. Okay, so looking for that later today. Now looking at some of the other major pairs, GBP, okay, continues to plow higher. Now we did call this, all right? We did say it's going to hit these levels once it's going to break higher. And this is exactly what's happening. Now looking at a daily chart, we are at all-time highs in the daily. Looking at a weekly chart, this takes us back to 2018. The next real resistance is 143. So we do have some major amount of pips, 500 pips to get there in order to close that gap. Now looking at gold tapering off here after this massive surge to 1844. Now gold had remained strong. Okay, alternatively, if the markets do sell off at a certain point, and everybody's predicting it, okay, because the markets are trading in intervals, okay, that are way above what their current valuation should really be. So gold is right now tapering off. Remember, we're only about 155 points off of our all-time highs. So consider that as that's making a further correction. Now looking at oil, remains very strong at $58 a barrel. Now $60 a barrel is your resistance-ish level, so I would use that as a guide if we take that higher. Now looking at the Dow Jones, we are at all-time highs, 31,365, and this just continues to go higher. This is really on the back of the stimulus that President Biden is adding to the economy currently right now, and this affects everybody. Okay, the market is responding quite positively to it. Okay, in the event that it does come out, this is going to be something very interesting, how the Fed is going to have to somewhat balance this with inflationary issues, inflationary concerns as well. Now looking at the Nasdaq, trading at all-time highs, 13,741, and this is really on the back of the fact that Microsoft is trading at all-time highs here at 242. Unbelievable breakout there after breaking above this 236, 238-ish area. Now looking at the rest of the big tech stocks, Apple, unchanged. Okay, so I'm not seeing this as systemic across the board. Facebook also unchanged, and if we look at Amazon as well, not much change there. Now looking at the big board stocks, Alcoa continue its rally to $21 a share, and JP Morgan on its all-time highs after selling off at that resistance-ish level. So let's see what happens at this 140. If it does break above it, that will be all-time record highs for JP Morgan. Now the current environment that we're in lends us to be in a very positive kind of environment for the markets, for the economy, as the stimulus is supposed to take effect and have its positive ripples on the economy, but it could be a double-edged sword. So right now, just digesting the information, keep it on the tape, okay? And lastly, looking at Bitcoin, okay? This was the one obviously trading to 47,980 yesterday. Now, this is tapering off at these levels. Now, it may correct itself, okay? So just be aware of that as this continues to taper off, okay? This was a news event, and usually after a news event, we do have a fade opportunity. So just keep that in mind going into today's trading session. This is Fred Razak, and I wish you guys a great trading day.